Bada bing, bada boom. We are back. It is OCG Thursday. And granted, the OCG format is Spyral Deep. Get it? There are 3 decks that rose to the occasion this weekend over in Japan. And, well, you won't believe the results. We actually have Darklords, a stun deck, and our good friend Zefra. I love how the OCG is also turned to Cyberstein. If you win the dice roll, you open up Cyberstein, you just kind of, laugh in fear as you roll Last Warrior from another planet. For those of you that don't know what Last Warrior does, when this card is special summon, destroy all monsters on your side of the field except for this card, and as long as this guy remains face up on the field, your opponent is not going to do anything while you're just slamming them in the face with Last Warrior. So guys, come on Blue Shirt Squad, like this video. You guys know, every Thursday, and of course every Friday, you guys get 2 guaranteed segments on this channel. Sometimes Metagame Mondays. Really just depends on how shitty the format is, and if we're going to make Spyral X deck profile 7,422. But come on, show me some love. Please. Please. So, the OCG, they're still in a crisis over there. They're still knees deep in their Spyral format with Trigate Wizard and Linkuriboh. Meanwhile, the TCG is experiencing pretty much the same thing. But literally the formats are kind of the same, but we have differences in our current Spyral builds. The OCG Spyral build is much different from ours. When I say much different, I mean like it's an actual just train wreck over there. So let's talk about Darklords, shall we? Alright, Darklords. 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Cyberstein, triple Darklord Yugioh, 2 Nasty, triple Superbia, 2 Darklord Zerata, 2 Eater of Millions, 2 Ghost Reapers, triple Vanity's Fiend, triple Lord Darkness, triple Banishment of the Darklords, 1 card Destruction, triple Contract, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Desires, 1 Soul Charge, 2 Trade-In, 1 Upstart, 1 Enchantment, 1 Rebellion, and 1 Vanity's Emptiness. Extra deck, ABC Dragon Turd, Dark Law, Exterio, Last Warrior, Felgrand, Zombiestein, Lancelot, Hope Harbinger, Snap-a-Hold, The Sky Prison, 7 Sins, of course, Pain Gainer, Gustav, Linkuriboh, Proxy Dragon, and Double Helix, the cherry target. This particular deck did not have a side deck posted, but literally, when you're knees deep in a format, I mean, literally you win the dice roll, you literally will attempt to roll Vanity's Emptiness. I like the fact that Eater of Millions just lets you banish 5 from essentially your extra deck, and then you'll just roll Emptiness. Outside of Utility Wire, I don't think that Spyrals have a main deck out to this. They'll probably bring in shit like Dark Hole in games 2 and 3 in the OCG format to out this to ensure that, they can play the game. But I really... What are you going to do against a Vanity's Fiend? And same thing with a lot of the rogue decks turning to Cyberstein as an out. I mean, I'll pay 5k to not let my opponent play the game. The only out that the OCG really has for this is what? Compulse, which none of them are playing. And Torrential Tribute, sure. But, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't summon to kill this. So, literally, I feel like lockout win cons, it's worth it to take the chance because no one's playing Effect Veiler. Oh, cool, your opponent's gonna Ghost Ogre your Cyberstein. Woohoo, 700 less damage. Inherent win cons, such as this, in literally a tier 0 format, it's not necessarily a bad thing at all. Especially since this deck is literally just turbo the deck, just massively pile through your resources, try to get to this as soon as you can. Outside of that, I mean, you're literally just going to start trying to get into your Xyz lineup. I mean, the Prison is not a terrible out as well. Just, you got to get to where you need to be on these particular things to ensure that you can get game. And that's what this and this kind of grants to you, considering just like how fast you can turbo. I mean, I'd have no regrets opening up card destruction in this deck just to make sure that we can turbo to our win con. Next up, I don't know who this person is or what kind of time traveling voodoo he is using, but this looks like a stun deck from the early 2011, 2010 time, before Dragon Rollers when time changed. And when I initially saw this list, I was like, what? For those of you that don't know, you're new here. Stun concepts they've been something that the OCG will kind of just pull out of nowhere every once in a while. And a lot of everybody has been asking, like, whatever happened to Stun? What happened to it as a concept? Well, Stun it's a deck that forces your opponent to not be able to play the game. Thunder King, Kaiku, and Thunder King, Fossil Dyna, Kaiku, Jesus, and Banish of the Radiance. These are all very old Stun-esque monsters. And granted, they don't do anything really by themselves because they need higher stats. I mean, they gave Super Agent 1900 attack points, and you expect a Banish of the Radiance with 1600 to stand up to these types of things. Literally, it's just you use your stun monsters to lock down your opponent. I mean, Fossil Dyna is not a terrible normal summon as long as you got protection to back it up. But we'll talk about that here in a second. So, this is New Age Stun. 1 Banish of the Radiance, triple Jagodes. This is just for your damage step effect, but we'll get to that here. Triple Fossil Dyna, triple Kaiku, 1 Grammel, 2 Performable Pow, Whiptail, Snake Thing, triple Thunder King Ryo, triple Lancia, 2 MST, triple Duality, 1 Zealvori Kalkos, 2 Bottomless Trapple, triple Breakthrough Skill, 2 Compulse, 1 Macrocosmo, triple Phantom Knight Sword, 1 Skill Prisoner, some Solemns, and a Starlight Road. Extra deck, Catastor, Black Rose, Stardust Dragon, Excite Knight, Cowboy, Maestroke, 101, Ragna Zero, Utopias, and Zenmains. Side deck, another Banisher, Jalgan, 2 King Tiger Wanghoom, Perform a Pile, Whip Snake again, 2 Galaxy Cyclone, 2 Chain Disappearance, 2 Dimensional Prison, 1 Huge Revolution is over, 2 Macro, and 1 Ending Nightmare. So I just want to say, when you start looking at this deck, you're going to be like, what is this pile of shit? Once again, stun, 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 stun. The Whiptail is very interesting, or Whip Snake, because during either player's main phase, you get to swap monster stats, which means if this is a turn 2 play and your opponent doesn't have an immediate answer to your Fossil Dyna or, your Thunder King, then you could put pressure on them. And essentially, Jagodes is doing the exact same thing. These are basically acting as Shrink, but in monster form, to ensure that the monsters that you are summoning are literally being protected to ensure that you can get your win cons established and appropriately beat your opponent. And once again, this is what Stun strides to do. It's a deck that does not allow your opponent to play the game of Yugioh. Granted, this deck looks like something that I would have brewed up and it wouldn't look very good, but there's a general rule of these things. If it doesn't look very good on paper, you can goddamn bet your ass that this deck is going to perform absolutely amazing, just because that is the golden rule, and honestly, in how these things work. So I'm actually very excited to see this back, just to show a couple of test hands here. Literally, summon Fossil Dyna, set all this, you'll be golden. I'd probably roll the Thunder King first. This isn't terrible. We're going to Duality for, so we have these. Duality for probably the Kaiku to ensure that the opponent can't. I don't know. Thunder King doesn't, Kaiku doesn't seem as strong. But I mean, it stops Rescue from overextending. But honestly, Fossil Dyna with these seems really good. Ooh, damn, double Solemn into this. I mean, it's not trash. Breakthrough Skill Protection. I don't know. I'm sure this deck's got some sort of application when being played. And then the last beautiful piece that has come to protect the OCG this week is actually the Zefra. Now, we don't have Danglong in the TCG. Sorry, but the OCG, once again, representation from Cyberstein. And of course, rolling the last warrior from another planet. Normal summon, pay 5k. Offer your opponent the handshake. They can't do anything. And it's such a shame to say that, because this is actually make a difference right now in the OCG. I mean, hey, when Valor's not a good card. Alright, so triple Ash Blossom, 1 Chi-Wen, 1 Stein, triple Draconet, triple Ghost Ogre, 2 Maxi, triple Cyframe Gear Gamma, Zefra Fuben, Zef Snaga, Zefraxion, triple Zefrath, triple Zefranu, 2 Zefrani, 1 Serpent, 1 Driver, 1 Feather Duster, triple Oracle, 1 Terraforming, triple Providence, 9 Pillars, Strike, and War, of course. Extra deck down here, we've got Last Warrior, 1 Boxiage, 1 Black Rose, 2 Chow Fang, 1 Danglong, 1 Metaphys, 1 Omega, Scarlight, of course, Vermilion Dragon Mech, 2 Yazi, Code Talker, Decode, and Linkuriboh. Side deck. He's doing some interesting sighting stuff here. Triple Armageddon, 1 Destrudo, 1 Eater of Million, or 2 Eater of Millions, 1 Mare, of course, triple Cosmic, 2 Cosmic, 1 Rhoda, triple Wavering, and 2 Chain Disappearance. The fact that you can normal summon Armageddon Knight, dump Destrudo from your deck, and then literally just combo on along with your day, I actually kind of like that. It's actually pretty adorable. And it takes away from you having to play trash like Dragon Ravine. I mean, if your opponent sees you normal summon Armageddon Knight, I'm going to be less inclined to ash this, to be completely honest with you. I feel like I would just let this resolve, just because this doesn't really do anything to me. But once I know your strategy, I might consider it. But ashing the dump of this just seems incredibly worthless for, you know, what the deck is doing. So outside of that, I mean, this is just standard Zefra with just a billion hand traps. So guys, hope you enjoyed this rendition of OCG Thursday. I'm actually super excited to see Stun back. I might have to dick around with this a little bit, see how far we can get in Spyral format, but I feel like playing this, as soon as your opponent gets an edge on you, things just spiral out of control. Get it? Get it? So guys, like this video. Come on, Blue Shirt Squad. Like I said, show me some love. And then, of course, we'll be back tomorrow with Market Watch. And hopefully, things are stable this week, because I haven't heard anything too crazy as of making this video, but you never really know because it's the Yu-Gi-Oh market. Alright guys, deuce and Renos. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.